Wow! The movie REVO series Nautilus. Oh, this is gonna be good. Hello folks, Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. I'm back from my break, and this is gonna be special. I love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, specifically the Disney adaptation, and I do love the Nautilus. I love everything about the Nautilus. I think this is a beautiful ship, a beautiful submarine, and this is the Revoltech movie series number 7 Nautilus. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a few other movie series vehicles with this particular line, but not to be confused with the X Plus diecast Nautilus that came out, I'd say, about a year or so ago. This is the creme de la creme. This is a phenomenal model that X Plus released. I love it. It's by far top notch. That being said, this video is going to really mainly focus on the REVO series, only because not everybody has, I think this was $350. This is an expensive piece. It's also hard to find. So I really want to focus on what you can get with $100 with the REVO series number 7 Nautilus. And from what I've seen from other reviewers with the other vehicles and with this particular line, they're very impressed. It's all about the bang for the buck. Now, my first impression is the base here. I'm not impressed by the base. I felt they could have done a little bit more. I thought they could have added a little more character to that. I'm going to look at the instructions because I believe this particular piece does have a few features on here, and I want to make sure that I do display it right. And I can look at this and I can tell that the portholes open up, and it is showcasing the on and off buttons. The propeller is not battery operated. It is just showing you that it does spin in either direction. This is cool. This is really neat. I don't know why they would have included this little miniature, I'm going to say 1/6 scale model of the Nautilus. It's awesome. It's cool. But I think it would look better if a 1/6 scale character was holding it. Now it would fit better into character. And this I like. I love Jack Sparrow. I like Pirates of the Caribbean. And this is cool. It almost feels like the Nautilus belongs in his time period, in his era. I think Jules Verne, this particular was what, 1860s? Jack Sparrow's time is probably 100 years before that, but it looks like it could fit, and it looks just badass that Jack Sparrow's holding it. This is cool. This right here, A+, all around. The fact that you get a 1/6 scale model of the Nautilus that a character can hold, I love it. I love this already. Now let's get to the prize here, the Nautilus, and it's being held with some fish wire here. This is cool. I really do love the Nautilus, and I think I'm in for a treat here. And I can tell you, my first impression here, it feels heavy. I wasn't sure if this was going to be die-cast or not, and it is. It's kind of like the X Plus. It's part plastic and part die-cast. It feels heavy. There is metal inside of it, and that's cool. That's really, really cool. This is why I love the die-cast Iron Man series from Hot Toys, because they incorporate metal and it blends with the character. It feels with the character. So this is nice. I love that copper finish, and I tried to adjust the lighting here to kind of capture that, because this is cool. It looks like an old penny. It looks like if you found a penny from the 80s per se. It has that aged copper penny look. And that's cool. That's really, really cool compared to the X Plus that has that more of that light brown finish on it. This reflects more of a penny, which would make sense, you know, since the Nautilus was built in Volcania using scrap metal parts that Nemo found lying around somewhere. I'm not sure. The model measures 10 inches, which is good for its size. 10 inches is pretty good. I think the X Plus measures twice that length. I wanted to kind of capture the amount of detail that that Revoltech threw into this, because this is pretty cool. The whole rivets, the portholes, the skiff. Skiff is pretty cool. The skiff does come out. It's not magnetized. It is being held on by pressure points, so you do want to be careful that you do place it back in. I do like that the portals do open. I like that attention to detail on a model of this size, because typically on a model of this size, manufacturers tend to skip out on details and little articulated movements like this, and that's really, really cool. So they get an A+ for that. That's really nice. And I even double checked the portal underneath the sub here, and it does open up too. In fact, that's how you turn on the main iris window lights there. And you do need something to kind of push that button, because with my fingernails I wasn't able to. You do want to remove the plastic tab that separates the batteries from the connectors on there. Pop that out, and you'll be able to power the sub on. And you know, for a model of this size and price point, I really wasn't expecting elaborate lights, but this is okay. This is good. This is, you know, on a scale from 1 to 10 as far as the lighting goes, it's gonna get a 7, because with LED technology now, they could have done a little bit better of a job, especially with the lighted porthole pips on top of the sub here, which I actually thought the model was broken, but if you look carefully and closely, you can see it's just poorly lit dim. So they failed on this. This right here, that's a no-no. They could have done a little bit better job. If I honestly would have preferred they not add the lights if it looked like that. Now that's the overall review of the REVO series Nautilus, and I'm gonna compare it. I'm gonna compare it to its richer cousin here, which is the X+, which I love this piece. This is really, and I never properly gave this piece its own review. I just never got around to it, and because I'm feeling very nautical, thought I would kind of show it off to you guys here. And now this right here, you can see how you can see my finger through the portals right there. That's awesome, because there's miniature furniture inside there, and unfortunately my camera cannot capture it, but they added tons of detail inside. That's really, really cool. You do have to pop off the top there. The propellers are motorized and they do spin, so that's badass right there. That's really neat. It's not like you're gonna put it in the water, but it's cool that the propellers do spin. And when it is a 3-point switch system, so when the propellers turn off, you can turn off the you can turn on the main center lights on there. And I'm going to try to get close up here so you can kind of see the couch. There is couch, there is furniture inside there. That's what makes this the creme of the creme of the Nautilus model that I do. I actually did own at one point the Master Replicas Nautilus. Anybody out there ever own it or still do? I did have that. This right here, that's how those lighted eye pips should have been on the smaller one right there. Very well lit. And then there's the base. I wanted to show off the base because to me the base is part of the character. They could have done a little bit better with that plastic base. Again, I understand that the REVO series is only $100 and this is about $350, I believe. It's what it retailed for. But not everybody's going to be able to get the X Plus series, and the REVO series Revoltech Nautilus is not a bad compromise for the price point. It's actually not bad. If you really do enjoy the Nautilus, if you really do enjoy the Disney version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, this is not a bad buy. I'd recommend both. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Denobi2 here. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below. This is a different video. Don't worry, I got good stuff coming up in the future. See ya.